Hi, I'm James with Guard Tower Studios. The following episode features the game Call of Cthulhu, which is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. As such, it contains dark thematic elements, which can center around existential dread, loneliness, hopelessness, body horror, general madness, phobias, and mature themes that are not suitable for a younger audience. For this particular episode, parental guidance is strongly suggested. If you find any of the aforementioned things triggering, this episode is probably not for you. If, through your exposure to this episode, you find yourself struggling with mental illness and in need of mental health care, that's perfectly acceptable. Mental health care is health care. The brain is just an organ, and we strongly suggest and encourage you to get professional help. You can begin by calling your local crisis hotline from wherever you are, or you could visit NAMI.org, which is the National Alliance for Mental Illness, NAMI.org. That said, we hope that you enjoy the following. Thanks for watching. Hello! Welcome again to another episode of RPGallery. I'm James, and with me today are...
Hannah, Ash, Jade, Jerred.
Jerred, are you okay?
Yeah, you feeling okay, man?
You're looking a little peckish, man.
Yeah. Why aren't you talking?
I know you've
Feeling a
got
little
it.
cold.
You know what? Just don't breathe on me. We'll be okay.
Feeling a little cold
So today we are going to be playing
Alright.
Call of Cthulhu.
So excited.
So, why don't you tell me the world that I'm walking into?
Okay, so we have our operation taking place in Operation Desert Storm. Campaign. Focusing on the harsh deserts of Kuwait and Iraq.
Okay.
We're set in the Middle East. There are going to be our investigators, and they come to be there however they do, whether by circumstance, by a plane crash, whatever. They come to be there. And they find that the military has been unearthing a ziggurat.
Okay.
And all of the locals are telling these stories and myths about the ziggurat, telling us to stay away. But for whatever reason, we're just super entranced.
All right.
And have to explore.
So, tell me a little bit about your characters. Who did you bring to the table?
Okay, so my character's name is Alex Dumont.
Is what?
Alex Dumont.
Adix?
Alex.
Alex. Okay.
Sorry, she's French, so I'm working on my French accent.
How would you say that in French? She speaks French, by the way.
No.
Je parle
She does.
français.
She was a foreign exchange student in France.
However she said it. It's her name. She can pronounce it how she
Je
wants.
m'appelle fromage.
You are cheese?
No, my name is Cheese.
Oh yeah, je m'appelle is my name is.
Yeah. Un, deux, trois, fromage. Okay.
Hola, comment ça?
But yes,
That's
they
French.
grew up in the vineyards of Saint-Emilion, France.
Okay.
They grew up with their best friend Etienne,
Okay.
and as they were exploring their area, exploring the estates that they grew up on, they come across a strange object.
What is this object?
Well, Alex later learns that it is called a lightning gun, but not by their own explorations. A man named Lieutenant Duncan Forrest comes into play, and he tells us about what the lightning gun, even though we swore ourselves to secrecy when we found it, because we knew that it wasn't a good thing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Duncan's past, his career ended in madness. He collapsed one day and had a premonition.
Mm-hmm.
When he woke up, he said he saw the earth swallowed in a rain of blood. And so
That's dark.
Alex decided to follow his tracks to Kuwait and explore under the guise of exploring archaeology ruins.
Okay.
They are an archaeology intern
Okay.
at the museum. And so they follow his tracks, and that's how they end up in the Middle East.
Okay. So, were you already in Kuwait when Iraq invaded?
No.
Okay. Shortly after that.
Yes.
All right. So you were like on your way there and heard about the invasion, and the U.S. just like plowed their way back through.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your character.
All right. This is Bartholomew Ponsonby Hall. He's the older brother
What?
of Ponsonby Hall.
Okay.
I wouldn't have picked that name either, but the cards picked.
Okay.
All right. So Bartholomew is the older, more sensible brother to Wilberforce, who's an explorer. He has his grandpa's .45 automatic pistol.
Okay.
He is in the Navy.
Okay.
And he's a very sensible man. As far as beliefs go, he believes that, you know, the winds fill his sails as the winds filled any other sailor's sails, and like that's about as religious as he gets.
Okay, so I'll take it a step farther then.
All
He's
right.
in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a corpsman.
Corpsman, okay?
He's been embedded with the Marines, who are in Kuwait.
I forgot to tell you my character's beliefs.
Okay.
They believe in the occult,
Okay.
but specifically around archaeology.
Okay, so like all the old ancient crap.
Yes.
Crystals.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So a corpsman, you would also, if you're not already, go ahead and make him trained in medicine.
Sweet.
He is going to be in general medicine, he just has a very basic knowledge. But in treating trauma, he would be an expert because that's what the military trained him for.
Jerred, why would you say that? That's not nice. Ignore him, please. He's in a mood today.
He really is. Why didn't you wear a mask? Okay, fine. We'll continue. All right, so yeah, he's a corpsman.
I try
and
not
that's
to get
why you're in
involved
Kuwait.
in politics.
Woo!
All right, what you got?
All right, so mine I wrote a little long, so I'm gonna shorten this up for you guys.
Now, let me hold it up for the camera.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
it just looks like paper from here. It is filled out. She filled it out.
That's her
I-
backstory.
I had a good time. Okay. Those of you who are interested can pause the stream or pause the recording and read it.
Cthulhu.
It's
a throwaway
So
character.
I have. That is not the right one. Where are you? Sorry. So my character's name is Veneer Kane, a journalist in Washington D.C.
Okay.
A traveling journalist, so with a crew of 4, which is Bix Wanamaker, Ira Nelson, and Jackson Dunar. We go and fly out to sites of war and get accounts from them and stuff like that, and doing like getting stories and all the events going on in the war. So like traveling journalists. And Bix Wanamaker is our pilot. So we've been working close for about 2 years, and recently a lot of the witness accounts that we've been trying to get from people, civilians and soldiers alike, are being turned away, and some of them even get violent, refusing to share their stories and the strange thing that they've been seeing. So, determined to get to the bottom of it, we all travel back out there to the dunes of Iraq. And as we get further out, Bix Wanamaker, our pilot, gets more and more aggravated, snapping and being more aggressive and yelling. So mumbling under his breath all the time. So after that mission is completed, we go home, and the next day, or a couple days later, Ira knocks on Veneer's door with tears in her eyes that Bix and Jackson are gone. After peeking into Bix's room, it has been ransacked. Several things are missing, and the room is just torn apart.
Okay.
Traveling back into the dunes of Iraq, where we had our last mission, we see Bix out in the middle of, like, far from civilization at the mouth of what seems to be a bottomless cave. He starts laughing maniacally, and it seems like he's gone insane. As we look around,
As one does.
we see metal tools around, and it looks like he's been out here for days. And then we see a brain in a cylinder with eyes on it. I gasp in horror, Jackson, and the eyes blink in affirmative. And as
How do the
we
eyes blink?
approach,
Like the pupils go.
he's
That's
got
gross.
eyelids.
She gave him eyelids.
A brain with eyelids. All right.
Bix speaks. Please take care of this. Don't let anyone know that you have it, as he falls back into the mouth of the cave, the bottomless pit. And as I watch him fall, I know one thing for certain. I will find out what happened to Bix, and I will save Jackson.
Okay, so I'm going to take it a step farther. You never heard his body hit the bottom.
Oh, it's great!
I love that.
Oh, okay.
And you have this brain in a jar. What is your power rating? Your willpower?
My willpower?
Yeah, it's P-O-W, power.
O-W. My regular is 50.
Okay.
Not too high.
What's yours?
80.
The stats for this one are really bad.
And I'm assuming that your person dabbling with the occult has began trying to toy around with magical spells.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're good with this. All right, so here's what currently is happening. The dig site that you were on in Iraq is probably 50 miles or so from Kuwait, right? Desert Storm happened after the invasion of Iraq into Kuwait, and those people were nuts. They did some very horrible and atrocious things to the population there. They went through in hospitals and strung up the doctors, things like that. There was so much blood. It was streaking down the walls, like it had been raining blood. You arrived with the initial invasion. You guys went into Kuwait, and as a corpsman, the people you were embedded with, your job was to keep everybody alive as best as you could. You have already seen some really atrocious things, so I'm going to want you to start with a sanity check.
I reckon.
So give me a D100. And what is your sanity?
75.
Okay, so you
Hey,
need to
you
roll
said
below a
tough cookie.
75.
Oh, hang on.
You said what's her sanity?
5.
All right, yeah.
How do
So,
we calculate sanity?
It's
answer?
equal to your power at the start.
Okay, thank you.
So
Equal to power? Okay.
you've seen some stuff, but I'm going to say your guy is kind of jaded.
Sounds right.
Are you a spell user of any sort?
I don't think so.
I'm going to actually say you have an aversion to it.
Okay.
You are so jaded and skeptical and have seen so much mess that if you attempt to use spells, they will fail twice as often. But you resist magic twice as strongly because you don't believe in it.
Alright. Weird voodoo magic, I reckon.
Yep. Okay, so that's your guy. He's there. He is stationed in Kuwait. You got sent right after, you got wind that the United States was going into Kuwait to save it.
Yeah.
And you immediately okay, wait a second. I was just in Iraq a few weeks ago.
This could be my way in.
What on earth? And you contacted some of your contacts there in the area. And 3 days after U.S. forces put boots on the ground, you landed in Kuwait. You're there to cover the war.
Okay, got it.
The United States military has already gone on its blitzkrieg. It drove up that highway and obliterated the entire Iraqi army along that highway. This actually happened.
Dang.
Yeah, they were fleeing, and the U.S. just... It was miles of destroyed vehicles.
I love that you're using real history for this.
I was a little boy when it happened. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why you're there. You're covering the war. You're viewing the aftermath of all this. Mm-hmm. And what are your beliefs?
My whole dedication in life is giving an unbiased account of the war. So anything completely unbiased, I try to stay the most neutral out of everything. So, anything religious, I'm like...
It's not that you don't have inclination to believe things, but rather you want to be so objective that you refuse to adopt a position as truth.
Right. It is about telling people about the war, what they need to know, no matter the cost. It's
So
kind
to
of like
you,
my...
anything could be true.
Okay, I got
And you will find out whether it is or not. To you, nothing's true unless I can see it. To you, There are dark forces at work everywhere. You have these weird nightmares where you're hunting cockroaches the size of small dogs.
Ew.
And that lightning gun that you found as a kid that has never worked for you. Like, you don't know how to make this thing work, you just know what it is. And in your dreams, you're killing them with a lightning gun.
Interesting. Does it show me how to use it?
No, just in your dreams you know how.
Okay.
It just works for you. But in your waking hours, it's never worked. But in these dreams, these cockroaches crawl inside of people, like almost like they're spiritual. Like they'll climb up people and just crawl right into their head and disappear.
Dog-sized.
And in your dreams, you're literally walking around chasing these things, and you know you can't actually hurt them until they crawl inside someone. But you have to be sure. You have to see it happen. Because the only way to stop them is to shoot the person in the head with the lightning gun, and sometimes bad things happen.
Yeah.
Those are your dreams. Those are the only things you remember of the previous day when you wake up. So often. And
I just
sometimes
had
you
that
wake
dream
up
again.
covered in blood.
Dog-sized.
Dog-sized. Small dog.
Crawling in.
Yes. As if they just go right through the skull. Just they leave no trace that they went in.
Because they can't fit in the ear.
No.
They're dog-sized.
Yeah. They just crawl right into people. They look like cockroaches. Now, part of the reason you're here is because some weird, freaky stuff has been going on. There, after the invasion, there were Iraqi soldiers and Kuwaiti citizens that at night were almost, they would turn feral. They wouldn't speak, they wouldn't respond, and they would start setting fire to things and blowing things up and stealing strange items, mostly like metal items. And then at night, in the middle of the night, you've caught wind that they're driving out into the desert and digging a new hole, just like what you had heard happened before, right? You, as a corpsman, you see a lot. And a couple of the Marines that you're supposed to look after, they were out on patrol. Their bodies came back
The bodies came back. Okay.
with giant chunks blown out of their head with electrical scorch marks.
Oh.
Hannah.
You're like, what on earth? It looked like someone took a power cable that was live and stuck it to their head, and it just went whoosh.
That had to hurt, I reckon.
Yeah. So, you are currently in the makeshift morgue. It's a freezer truck examining some of these bodies because there's nobody else here to examine them right now, and everybody's turning to you as what on earth happened here? The Iraqis have some kind of new gun? What is going on? You're not sure whether it's IEDs because they have used some, but the Iraqis have more of a conventional military, so it doesn't really make sense.
What year is this?
This is going to be 1990. I think it was 19. It might have been 91.
91.
1991. We're talking 3 days after the blitz of Desert Storm.
Okay, this is gonna make me sound like an 18-year-old.
I mean,
Oh, we can't have that.
Portable laptops been invented yet?
Laptops at the time were gigantic, clunky machines.
Thought so. I'll carry a typewriter.
Dude, I can
instead.
remember.
So,
I remember a commercial for laptops coming out. It had Pinocchio because it was all like, you can go cordless.
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what the
didn't
tech is
know.
like that you have.
Since I'm a journalist, I was gonna carry around like a small portable typewriter.
Typewriter probably wouldn't work.
A
Most
case.
journalists at that time would use a tape recorder to record things.
I have one of those as well.
And you would jot things down. You might have a cameraman working for you, but those cameras are massive and they still use tape. There's nothing digital.
I mean, I'm in the middle of a war, so.
Right. So you're going to have a. I'll say you have one of the early digital cameras, the very low megapixels. You have that, and you have a black and white camera.
Okay,
Like
so
camcorder,
I just put
like a
down
film?
like on
A
like
film
possessions.
camera. It's black and white so that she can actually develop it in the field.
Wow.
You have like a portable film development kit.
That's amazing.
I have a
And-
notepad.
Set up a
and
tent for a
recording
black
device.
room? That level?
So basically, all you need is just a dark room. You can go into one of the storage bins that the Marines drop
Okay.
and close the door and do it in there.
Okay, cool. That's super cool.
Makes sense.
So you have just arrived, and in trying to get a beat on what's happening, you were sent over to a freezer truck, a mobile morgue,
Okay.
to talk to a corpsman who has been brought 3 bodies whose brains have been blown out with electricity.
Okay. Is this in the way that D&D works, kind of how like we talk to each other
Yeah.
dialogue-wise? Okay,
Yes.
just making sure that's how it works.
And a lot of times, like, you don't even have to roll until I tell you to roll. There's role playing here, okay? Role play, preferred to role play.
Interesting.
So, you're checking out these bodies. A journalist shows up taking pictures, asking for a moment of your time.
Did forget to mention to the audience that my phobia is compulsory kindness, even to the enemy. Just an FYI. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah,
That
mine
fits
is
perfect with a war correspondent.
I think it does.
Mine is automonomania. That's why I will have a phrase that is my go-to that I say frequently. I am role-playing.
And just so everyone knows, my character's phobia is amnesia. So I'll just sometimes be like, who am I? Where am I? And I'll indicate it by duck.
All right, what do you
I'm
do?
working. You're the one with questions.
Hey, heard that you had some unsavory times with you, and I heard you got
It's a
some
war,
bodies.
I reckon.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me?
Ain't no room
Well-
for feelings here.
I just was coming to get your account on what happened. I heard it was a bit of a strange occurrence, in fact. Something about electrical shocks? Can you tell me about that?
Unusual tools were I use here. It's possible there may have been a third faction, considering the Iraqis ain't using stuff like this. I reckon.
You reckon?
All right, Sling Blade.
May
reckon.
I see the bodies?
If you can stomach it. Don't need your
I think I've seen plenty
contaminating.
enough. I've seen plenty enough.
You show her the bodies?
I don't know who.
Make a sanity save.
Yeah, don't throw up
Sanity
on 'em.
check.
Is that a D
It's a D100, and you
D100.
need to roll below your willpower.
below my willpower?
Do you want our tray?
47.
What's your willpower?
50.
All right.
Hey!
So you don't lose it overseeing this, but it is pretty gross.
I'd imagine it would be. Alright, I'm gonna pull up my camera and take a couple pictures, document that, and then write down in my notebook, my notes.
I want you to go ahead and roll a skill for me.
Okay.
Let me double check back here which skill that'll be.
I should have
second.
had higher up on photography.
How you holding up, Jerred? Yeah, you don't look so good. Maybe you should go home after this.
Dude,
You forgot
do
to
I
tell
need
us
to get
about
the
your
swear jar out for you?
That's just not nice. We said no politics here.
Jared,
Don't you bring
forgot
my
to tell us
mother into
about your
this,
character.
Jared.
Y'all,
All right,
be gentle
all right.
with him. He's not feeling well.
Talk about my mother one more time and we're gonna have words.
So, do you have any medicine skill?
I have first aid. Yes, I have first aid.
I'm gonna let you make a difficult medical skill check, because this is far beyond what first aid can do.
Okay.
So go
Well, I
ahead.
can see he's bleeding. He might be dead.
He was bleeding.
So the medical check is to see how well, like, if you're taking pictures of the right things.
Okay, so that is what plus?
Are you trained in medical skill?
First aid, yes.
Okay, so you can go ahead and roll first aid.
So what is that, a D10?
D100.
And then do I add that to it?
No, it has to be below your score.
Okay. 87. I didn't do it.
So as you're getting in there, this wound is so far beyond anything that you've ever seen. You don't even know how to really get the gravity of it on film. It's that bad.
I'm a writer, not a photographer. It's all right.
Your cameraman,
I don't have a cameraman.
you were sent here with a cameraman.
Was that?
Did you lose him already?
Your cameraman pukes.
Come on.
He can't handle it. This is bad.
Okay, he's fired. Does he puke on the bodies?
No.
Okay.
He just like,
Seeing as
loses
my
his
hands are
lunch.
full, you fellas mind cleaning up after yourselves on the way out.
I just want to give a quick, like, really, man, to my
She's from
cameraman.
Bama.
All right, we'll get out of here. Appreciate it. You have anything else you could tell me about when they came back? Any strange occurrences or any?
They were found
When
by
did this
another
start?
patrol in the middle of the night last night.
Okay. Is this the first case of it, or has this been going on for some time?
You've seen similar things, like heard stories that this was happening among the locals and some of the Iraqi soldiers. This is the first time you've seen it happen to U.S. forces.
Yeah. Another reason I think it may be a third faction is because the Iraqis been reporting something similar happening within their forces.
Okay, so something attacking both sides.
It's been
What do you-
a few days now.
Reckon it is. Any
So
guesses?
I'm going to say you actually, you came to Kuwait because you were here to study an archaeological dig site that was uncovered 2 weeks before the Iraqis invaded. And you know that the official story is that the Iraqis came in because they wanted Kuwait's oil. But you know that the first thing they did when they showed up is they started excavating in downtown Kuwait.
Downtown.
And there is now
Rude.
a crater that is just surrounded by a large scrap metal wall where they've been digging down and down and down. You've been there for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary when they showed up. But to your surprise, when the Iraqis found out who you were, they forced you to look at the things that they were pulling out of the ground.
Ew.
Okay.
So I want you to go ahead and make a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
So my Cthulhu Mythos is at 0. So how does this work?
Neat!
Where
Go ahead
do
and
you
roll
see
it.
that at? Where's
It's
that
at
at?
0.
What's a Cthulhu
39.
Mythos?
Yeah.
Roll.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Huh?
What's a Cthulhu? Jared wanted to know what a Cthulhu Mythos roll was.
The Cthulhu Mythos roll.
And where do I
is
see that?
her knowledge
It's under
of the
computer use.
Cthulhu Mythos.
And the
Oh.
skills.
I wasn't allowed to take that skill, so.
So, what I'm going to say is there is a strange black tablet that has very finely detailed, intricate writing all over it, on every side, in a language that you do not recognize. And they bring it to you, asking you, like, hey, figure out what this is. What is this? You're an archaeologist.
I'm
But-
just an intern, man.
They speak broken English and you don't understand half of it, and they hand it to you. And some of the writing on this tablet matches some of the scrawl on the lightning gun.
Oh, okay. I'm now very intrigued by this.
Last night, before bed, You're laying in your cot, and you're like trying to really decipher what this says, because strangely, like you think you understand some of the symbols, but you're not sure why. It's almost, you feel almost like someone is reading through you, as you feel almost like out of your own body, like you're watching yourself. And then you have this brutish, gory, horrible nightmare that you're standing next to the dig site, and a group of these cockroaches come crawling out of it, the ones the size of dogs, and they start scattering and jumping into civilians. And there's a patrol of Marines that starts opening fire at these things, and the bullets are passing right through, and as they enter the civilians, they're shooting the civilians, and 3 of these cockroaches jump into the Marines.
Oh,
And in your dream, you walk up behind them and unload on them with your lightning gun.
oh, shoot.
In my dream. All right.
You woke up this morning covered in blood.
Do I remember anything?
You just remember the dream, the cockroaches crawling out of the pit, and you had to do it. You had to kill those cockroaches. And you watched those cockroaches, as the Marines' heads exploded, those cockroaches just were torn apart, like reality itself ripped them to shreds, and they fizzled apart.
Dog-sized.
But this whole time, you felt like you were sitting inside this large cone. It's almost like 8 feet tall. And like you're standing there like this, like watching yourself. Like you're not there. You were watching yourself there.
Oh.
Crazy nightmares.
I'm loving this. But I do have to interject. I believe I have 3 artifacts I'm supposed to tell you about.
Okay, what do you have?
So, first, I have a cracked dark black hourglass with sand that, as if on its own whim, flows upward.
Also came out of the pit.
Awesome. I have a torn and tattered cloak-like cloth that feels like flowing liquid when touched. It absorbs the light around it, making it hard to distinguish the material, let alone your surroundings.
In your
Phantom
dreams, you wear that like a cloak to be invisible from the cockroaches.
Okay. And then the third one is a metallic silver object that resembles a human tongue, covered in glyphs.
A silver tongue, get it?
The tablet that you were given is covered in the same glyphs.
All right.
Alrighty.
I did
So
the same push only 3 times.
you are literally staying in a hotel like a block from where the base is and the refrigerator truck and all of that. And I would say like you wake up in the morning and you're really hungry and you're gonna go and try and find something to eat. And I'd say you're probably also walking past the base and you see one of the refrigerator trucks open and a cameraman puking and a journalist taking pictures of weird parts of the body. And this corpsman just stand there shaking his head.
Do I see anything of interest that would, as an archaeologist intern, make me want to go over there?
I wouldn't say as an archaeologist, but I would say because she has one of the body bags open, you recognize the face of that man.
Oh, someone from my dream.
He was in your dream last night.
I would stop and turn around, honestly. I see that face. I ain't going anywhere near it. I saw that
I'm gonna
in
need a
my
sanity
dream.
check.
$27.
All right,
That should be good.
Oh, yeah.
That should be good.
he's good. You
Definitely.
don't lose your cool yet.
Can I, like, spot them and be like, oh my gosh, a witness I can get an account from?
Well, there's a lot of
Where am
people
I?
around here.
You look interesting.
What do you look like?
I am a very tall, person with dark hair and dark blue eyes, but I'm dressed very androgynously. You would not be able to tell if I am male or female, especially by the way I keep my hair.
So kind of like
Do you look
David
like you've
Bowie
been
and
out
Tilda
there?
Swinton cosplaying as each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look like you've been out there doing some work. Yes, no.
What do you mean?
Like, do you dress like your occupation? So like,
Yeah.
I'd be able
Did
to
you
tell
change your
what you
clothes
were.
this morning when you woke up covered in blood?
Oh, absolutely. I would not leave the house with blood on me.
How?
Would I notice?
Or apartment,
Hotel.
whatever.
Would I notice by the look on their face? Her face?
Let's
His face?
let's make a check.
Their
for
face?
that.
Any.
Oh yeah.
Any pronouns.
What's your character's name again?
Alix. Dumont.
A-L.
A-L-I-X.
All right, so give me a psychology roll.
Pretty sure I have high. I have not great on that. Actually, I thought I bumped that up a bit, but there's no chance. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Oh wait, that's two. Does it matter? 76.
What's your
I didn't make it
psychology?
anyways. I didn't make it anyways. 10%.
Oh, yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary of this person. What's your psychology at? Let's give me a psychology test.
I just roll it. $34.
And what's your psychology?
I don't think any of us have psychology.
Well, I've never beefed up my stats
Not this
before, so I
character.
didn't know where to put stuff.
Another
That's
character
okay.
does.
Look, I mean, you're not a psychologist. That's fine. Yeah, neither of you notice anything out of the ordinary. So what do you
Okay.
do?
I'm gonna go to the food truck, get some food, because I am so hungry. I am starving, man. I feel like I had a huge workout last night, but I can't remember where or how I worked out last
So
night.
detached from emotion that you see a refrigerator truck of dead bodies and your first thought is, hey, tacos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why is there a taco truck in the middle of Kuwait? We don't know.
So it
She's
is
seen
a
Stranger.
cooler of dead bodies.
Huh?
It's a cooler of dead bodies.
Yeah, it's a refrigerator truck of dead bodies.
Awesome.
That's where they are right now.
Well, I'm not gonna realize that. I'm gonna roll with it.
How close are you to?
Well, no, she's walking by and you saw it open, you saw a body bag, you saw the
as-
face,
Oh, okay.
and you're
as
like,
you're
oh,
walking by.
tacos.
As you're walking by, I'm gonna speak into my recording, documenting the things that I've seen. So, got 5 soldiers here. Look like they're
Three.
Huh?
There's
3.
three.
And what? American soldiers?
3 American soldiers.
3 American soldiers. Looks like some type of electrical dealing with their death. Very, very gory, and we have had accounts that they have attacked both sides, so we are suspicious of a third. What was the word?
Faction.
Faction.
I speed up. I hear you
Okay,
talking.
okay.
I speed up and just walk by, minding my own business.
I didn't know if the
am on a
electrical
mission.
would get
I
your
want
attention.
food.
Okay, so while you are doing that and you're examining these bodies, I need both of you,
Who's both of you?
you, and you.
Oh, me.
Trying to remember the exact word for the skill. Give me a moment.
Or Hall. You can call me Hall. I think that's what I'm called in the military.
Oh wait, there it is. Photography skill. Give me a photography skill check. That's even better.
Photography?
Yep.
For speaking into my recording?
No. Earlier you were taking pictures.
And he found out there's a stat for it, so he's testing
Yeah.
I should have upped that
It's
as well.
arts and crafts, but specifically photography.
I got 11 on here, and it's 25 on my paper slide.
Okay, so you're taking pictures, and you notice something strange. There's some other substance. It seems like mucusy.
Alex Dumont.
That like it's been cooked by the electricity, and you've never seen anything like that. It's almost like a shard of glass. That's why it was so hard for you to notice.
But it's like liquid, so like, what do you mean?
No. It when the lightning hit it, it crystallized. So it's almost like a little shard of glass in the brain.
And that's on all three?
And I'll let you do a medicine check
Huh?
when your journalist points this out.
Okay. Do I know it's Volgarite? Is that a 38?
So you've seen lightning hit sand and
Volgarite.
form similar structures, but this. Okay, I'll do one more thing. I want. Looking for the specific one. Natural world check. It's like nature.
From who?
Or zoology, your choice.
From who?
You.
Me.
One is under science. For zoology.
And what's the other one?
Or natural world.
Oh, I think that one. Okay, yeah.
So which one are you doing?
Natural world.
Okay.
What's your name?
2. I actually passed. I was not expecting to pass. I told you I roll below average. Cthulhu may be my best game.
Right.
It might be my best
So
game.
as you're investigating this, so it does look like lightning and sand, except you have seen camel spider fights. Like they put a gerbil and a camel spider and a pen together and make them fight each other to the death. And
Yeah, that's how you stay entertained in the desert.
yeah, and so you've seen arachnid and insectoid webs and the secretions that they make, and this looks almost like an insect secretion has been crystallized by lightning, and it looks like glass.
Ew.
What's your name?
Bartholomew Ponsonby Hall. Most folks call me Hall.
Hall.
He's from Bama. Most folk call me Hall.
And what is your character's
Mama said life was like a box of chocolate.
Wrong movie.
name? Jade, what is your character's name?
I am Veneer. Vinear.
All right, so what do you guys do?
I want to find food. Have I found food yet?
You're at the taco truck.
I am ordering 4 tacos.
Oh, she actually found a taco truck. It's not a misunderstanding of the
Actually-
refrigerator morgue.
No, there's a taco
Okay.
truck.
Okay.
Actually,
Alright.
it's only going to be 1 because I don't have the money for 4.
Okay, so you order a taco,
A taco.
and the person speaks to you in Farsi.
I don't understand.
So
I know
want
it's a
you
language,
to
but my
attempt
character
to communicate with someone who
not
does
in
not
Egypt?
speak English. No, you are currently in Kuwait, on the
Is
edge
this-
of Iraq.
Why did I think that we were in Egypt for this campaign? Because I wrote down
Because you
Arabic
were-
as
yeah, she
or
was-
Arabic for.
I think
That
she
is-
was trying to summarize like
Farsi
the countries
is
involved,
Arabic, basically.
and that was the most memorable one to you was Egypt. So your brain clung onto that one and forgot everything else.
Okay, sorry. So Arabic is useful.
So this would be language other.
Which is
The
making
only
sure.
other language I know is Latin. 27 compared to 28 for Latin.
So as he's speaking, you don't understand a lick of what he says, but you hear almost like an echo in your mind. And the words coming through as he's speaking, you can't tell whether it's him speaking or someone else speaking. But what you're hearing is, help me.
Oh.
Do I hear them?
What? What do I see anything that like looks not good or like he's being held captive?
Not at all. He just seems to like be almost like expressionless and like he's cooking right there. And so it's taco truck, but what it really is, it's like a halal food truck where he's trying to make tacos because he's like, well, Americans like tacos. We've got GIs here. I'm going to make some money. But it's more like he's making like a native Kuwaiti or Iraqi dish with like the chopped up curried meat and all that. And then he's just taking it, and since he doesn't have tortillas, he's putting it into some naan. And so his taco is really kind of like a kebab.
It's a folded sandwich.
Yeah, it's a folded sandwich.
I'll still take it.
Well, he's like making it,
I love
and he's
that.
just like speaking in that kind of a tone. And he's speaking a language you don't understand. He's speaking Farsi.
But I hear his words in my head.
What you hear is him saying that he needs help. You hear this guy across the street like making tacos, and he's sitting here like, oh, yes, oh, for you Americans, only the finest ingredients. And he's like sitting here talking about how these are the best tacos ever. They are the worst tacos ever. They are not tacos.
I can smell them.
If I'm hearing him say help me in my head, I'm going to be like, do you want some help? And like start climbing into the truck with him.
You're climbing through the little food truck window.
Yeah.
Dear God.
You see this crazy person start climbing into the food truck
I want to
window.
pull out my camera and just like.
And the guy inside starts like, and yelling at you in Farsi. And
Get this, get this.
would you hear him
I'm
yelling? He's like, oh, you crazy American, get out of my truck, you're gonna hurt yourself. And
Hey,
but
not all
as he's yelling at
Americans.
you, suddenly he looks you like right in the face, and his eyes lock with yours, and the words coming out of his mouth, you still don't understand them at all. But when he locks eyes with you, he says, we will find you and swallow your soul.
Great. Love this. Wonderful campaign.
All right.
Great.
I'm going to jump out of the window and run away.
I'm feeling
Start
probably
screaming.
right thing.
Not screaming, but like shaking my
Definitely
head, like trying to.
The guy in the food
the heck
truck
out.
is pointing at this person and yelling, they tried to climb in my food truck, stop them, blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
want to stick out my foot as they run by. You said
So
you
you
were
run
running
up
right
and try to
towards me,
trip.
right?
Are you,
I'm
the
running by
person,
you.
them.
You're
you try to
running by
trip.
me, so I'm just gonna stick out my foot.
All right, so what kind of training do you have in athletics?
Athletics.
Let's see. Excuse me.
Climb.
Let's see. I'm
Not much.
gonna have you roll dodge.
Okay.
It's half your dex.
Yep. So
Would it be fighting?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna go with fighting because you're just trying to trip.
44.
So this is an opposed roll. You're fighting versus. You rolled a 4?
44.
44. Okay.
So I want higher or lower?
You want to roll lower than she rolled.
71, 77.
So she goes to trip you and misses.
My intention was clear.
And
So much for being unbiased.
you're looking over like, why is this journalist getting involved? What? And you don't
Well,
understand.
to me it looks like you robbed him, and that's not being unbiased. It's like, hey,
English and Farsi. Apparently, I've been studying.
Okay,
since
so
I got
you
here.
hear this guy screaming, help, that fool tried to climb into my food truck. And part of your orders are to protect the locals.
Crap.
Okay, so am I
Actions
supposed
of
to be arresting?
You're part of a peacekeeping force, not a police force, but you see
Yeah.
someone who is clearly an American.
French.
Oh, clearly French. Clearly not
local.
Middle Eastern.
Yep.
Trying to climb into a food truck. Last night there were weird murders. You're in the middle of a war zone. Now this person is climbing in the food truck. What the heck? The journalist tries to trip them. They leap over the journalist's foot. What do you do?
Seems like I'm gonna want to detain the French person and see if they need mental health.
All right, how do you go about that?
I'm still running.
I'm still recording. I feel like I'm back in Franklin Heights, like just like
You got your black and white camera. Click. Click. Click.
As I'm running, I'm gonna start screaming that he was a monster. But you guys probably don't understand me because I'm speaking French.
Bonjour.
Roll other languages. Let's see if you get the gist of it.
Are we gonna have a language barrier the whole time?
Oh yeah.
We might.
That's not good.
9.
You rolled a 9?
Yep.
And what's your language skill for other languages?
Total, I think it's 25. Is that right? Yeah.
I need to get you some English classes.
So you get the gist. They're claiming they saw a monster.
Bet. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, I'm running.
Did they
I mean,
not get tackled?
I've got other militant allies around me, right?
Yeah.
Probably just
Yeah, there's other
like, hey,
soldiers.
we got it crazy. Let's go.
So the corpsman yells, "Stop that fool!"
Yep.
Suddenly a dozen Marines who are like, you know what, this corpsman is our anchor. If the corpsman is saying, stop this fool, we better stop. And there's suddenly a dozen M4s aimed at you.
I stop immediately, hands up. I don't understand what's happening because
They're yelling at you, get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Immediately, I just want to go, are you okay? I'm sorry, I tried to
Do I
trick you.
understand their commands?
Roll
I
other
think you wanna step
language.
back.
I'm gonna make this easy because they are yelling.
It's my
if they
compulsory,
start
it's my
firing, they
compulsory
might miss.
kindness. I'm so sorry for trying to trip you.
I rolled a 1.
You've heard that phrase before. You've seen Cops, the TV show. You know what get on the ground means.
Okay, I'm gonna just...
You're like, American police are insane. If they're yelling, get on the ground, you lay down. I don't know what it means. You lay down.
Yeah, so I'm down, face on
You
the
know what a
ground.
gun is.
Hands still up above my head. Just... Yeah.
One of them comes over and cuffs you and stands you up. And they're like yelling at you in English, asking what you're doing. Roll other languages again. Let's see what you get.
Those dice
Do you
actually
not
did
know
me
English?
Really... No.
You just know.
French and Latin are the only 2 languages I spoke. And I
Study
took,
Latin, not. Okay.
Why
I took Latin because I study archaeology. I study ancient artifacts.
This is
and
going to be
things like that.
so interesting.
This language barrier is
21.
going to be
And what was your
very
language skill?
difficult.
For French, 75. For
Other.
Latin, 28.
28. Okay, so then you just barely understand them. You're like, and in like really broken English, you're just like, you know what? Roll like history. What would this be? Yeah, roll history.
I thought it was funny when deciding my languages. I was like, well, I want to be able to understand everyone. What should I write down first? Common? It's not D&D.
Right, English.
English.
32.
I said common.
Okay, so what's your history?
5.
5. So you rack your brain for like an American monster, the word monster, you can't remember it. And so you start like motioning and looking over at the guy, yelling, Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
Okay, Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
Well, no, you got your hands in
Oh.
cuffs. You're like, Bigfoot! And
I'm
just
just-
yelling
okay.
Bigfoot. So this
is
weird,
gonna make
really
for a
tall,
great
super
story.
androgynous person that tried to crawl through the food truck window is now yelling Bigfoot.
I'm also, can I yell that he asked for help, like, in some way? I want to yell, like, he asked
Sure.
for help or something. I don't know, like, just in French.
Okay, so it turns out one of the Marines speaks French.
Do we have Google Translate?
I mean, I'm.
No, Google doesn't exist yet. So he understands
born in
you
2006.
and fluent
Leave me
French.
alone.
He's like, "What are you on about?" As they're starting to frisk you.
I went to order a taco, and he asked me for help, so I tried to climb in to help him with his food, like with the order, because I figured that's what he meant. And then, as I was climbing in, he looked at me, and I saw the face of a monster.
He turns to all y'all. He's like, "Man,
Rude.
she's crazy."
I'm writing it all down.
No!
I didn't hear it. What?
Call her racist.
Oh my god!
Face of a monster. Do you have the lightning gun on you?
Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't remember if I do or not.
Okay. Well, you got up and you changed your clothes.
Okay, so if I... We're talking, this lightning gun is like the size of a camera, is
Right.
what I was
Yeah.
saying. I would say no,
Okay.
because I know that I'm not supposed to be found with it. Like, I know that bad things will happen if other people find it. So, I've probably hidden it in my hotel room.
So you get like frisked, and they're like feeling all inside of all your pockets and everything.
At least take you out to dinner first.
And
They find a
then
journal.
At least take you out for tacos.
they don't care about your journal.
Sorry.
They're like, she's harmless, and they uncuff you and give you a stern warning not to crawl inside of strange people's windows. That this is a war zone and you might get shot.
I'll try to keep that in mind. I really thought I was trying to help him. I'm sorry.
So the group of a dozen Marines disperses. They go back to their business. They leave you standing there, and as you're like adjusting your clothing again, 'cause hot Kuwaiti desert air, you wear like flowy stuff to cover it to keep the sun off of you.
Yeah.
As you're adjusting, you feel something inside, tucked inside your garment, and there is a folded piece of paper.
Can I open it?
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hold on, I want to see how smart I am. Intelligence of... Yeah, I wouldn't open it in front of everyone. I'll wait until I get back to my hotel room to open it.
Okay.
I
I'm
just leave it
gonna
tucked in my
kidnap
pocket.
that Marine to translate for us this whole campaign.
You're gonna kidnap
No,
Marine.
of course not.
That's a good way to wind up dead.
Of course not.
Um,
Remember, in this game, they don't really have to roll to hit if they're like an expert at a thing. So.
Assuming that I heard them screaming, did I understand the word monster?
That's
You speak English though?
English and Arabic.
You heard
Arabic.
her yelling Bigfoot,
Okay,
and you
so I heard that.
You know Bigfoot's a monster.
Can I just like, I kind of want to get some more information. Can I approach and just ask you a couple questions?
you can try.
Oh, you don't
You
understand
just tried
anything.
to trip them. All right, go ahead. Try to interview them.
Can I call said Marine back over? Translate.
Let's see if you can. This is gonna be
Persuade. Persuade?
Do you have? Oh yeah, that is a thing. Yep, that's a
Go ahead. What's your persuade skill?
71.
Okay.
40. 50. What's that? 10? 50. But still, doesn't matter.
Yeah. So the Marine that speaks French hears you like yelling, asking for a translator, and he comes over and he goes, "Man, I got time for this. It's too hot. What do you need?"
I'm a journalist for the war. I'm supposed to be getting all these accounts and stuff. If you want information delivered to the American people, I just need help for 1 minute. So try not to have an attitude about it.
He looks at you and he goes, "There's some things they don't need to know."
I think everyone
I
deserves
want you to
know.
roll. This is gonna be.
Everyone deserves to have the truth.
Oh, I forget
you know?
the equivalent of insight on this one again. Hold on.
You got family back at home?
Hold on. This was
Okay.
psychology. Roll psychology.
Why?
she's like, I believe
Why?
this.
Roll psychology.
Why? Why me? Nope.
You also roll psychology because
Ow,
you're
ooh,
standing
I
there.
landed really
Yeah,
hard.
I'll let you
on
both
that.
roll psychology.
$11.
12.
psychology's
You
10.
got family back at home? Do they even know
Psychology's
you're
10 and I
alive?
rolled an 11. For what
So,
that's worth.
you get this automatically because you are a corpsman. The guy that you're speaking to is a captain,
Okay.
Okay.
and he clearly knows something that he's not sharing.
Okay. Which is fitting, considering circumstances, so I'm not shooketh by that.
What was your roll?
I see no reason to
12
pursue it.
to my 10.
What's your knowledge of the military?
Curious.
You want to roll
I'm
history?
actively working with the military.
You wanna roll
to
history?
uncover- Yeah.
I'm gonna make this easy.
56 to My history score is 5.
You recognize that he is not your average grunt, that he's in charge. You still haven't got all the different ranks, insignia, colors, and all that down.
They're Americans. I don't know.
Yeah.
their-
What's your character's name?
But he's clearly in
a
charge
veneer.
of this group of men.
VINEAR.
Okay.
Veneer.
I'm gonna just like try to walk away if I don't understand what they're asking of me.
He barks an order at you. He's like, I'm talking to you.
Okay. What do you want to know?
You got family back at home? I just need a little account. I'll slip your name into the newspaper. That way they know that you're
He
alive.
looks at you and he says, my name doesn't enter the newspaper.
Whatever you want.
And you actually look and like he's got his last name on his shirt. It's Thompson.
I'll keep it out if he doesn't want it.
I
can take a-
I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll psychology again.
I can mail a message to his family that he's alive. If that works.
Because you're seeing him continue to act.
Well, I don't want to interview him. I just want to I want him to translate.
No,
That's
this
all.
I'm trying to see if you spot specific information.
My psychology's 10. I got 23.
You're not sure why he's acting strange. You, however,
I don't.
you've been embedded with these guys. You know them. Thompson is the commanding officer of this platoon. And you also know that he is Marine intelligence. That's why he wasn't sent storming up the highway.
I can't switch my stats now, can I?
Nope.
This sucks.
You're not sure what he's here for. You don't care. You just follow orders. But you know he's Marine intelligence. And as he's talking to her, he's acting like she's asking questions that she has no business asking.
All I asked for him was to translate. That's all I wanted.
You asked his name.
I offered to put his name in the newspaper if you
So
wanted.
this isn't a bad thing. It's that your character doesn't understand why this guy is not being forthcoming.
Okay, that's fair.
Her character understands it.
I might be like, mind your P's and Q's, I reckon.
I love that.
You know that the official story is that there was an accident with a transformer because the captain gave you the story. But you know that's not what happened.
Interesting.
And if anybody asks,
It was
an
an
electrical
accident
accident.
with a transformer.
So I'm gonna be like, so what do you guys need? Because I want
He translates
get
it?
out.
Okay. You said that you saw a monster?
I saw the face of a monster appear on the guy.
So when he speaks back, he says to you, she says his face looked like a monster.
Racist.
He's
And-
filtering your words, trying to remove any overtly occult things that you were saying.
And I'm
Roll
a heavy
psychology
believer in
again.
the cult.
I hate rolling psychology. 72. That does nothing
She
for
is
me.
not getting that this guy is like emitting things. She's like, okay, she's writing it down like it is.
I've
Very
never
And
unbiased.
read
I
it
say
up,
I
word for
heard
word.
his voice in my head saying help me, but his mouth was not saying those words.
What do I hear?
The Marine stops and he says, "You told her they don't serve tacos here."
Wow.
It's a taco.
You go ahead and
it's a
roll
taco
psychology.
truck. It's a taco truck. That's what
I'm
they're
going to let you this time. You're going
That's
to.
cockeyed.
This will be. I'm trying to give you a different ability, okay? Because you
49.
suck at the. What?
49.
And what's your skill?
For psychology?
Yeah.
I think it's just 10.
I have listen. Does listen help at all? Fast talk? Charm? I don't have charm, never mind. History.
I'll let you roll history.
Okay, alright, cool. I can't have anything. I rolled an 81.
You think that this. You know what? You roll psychology too.
Ow.
Could I persuade you to let me roll occult instead?
I could give you a cult for understanding knowledge, but right now he's trying to mask his intentions that he's lying about the translation.
Okay, so psychology. Got it. All right. Nope. That's
27?
Not, 27 to 10.
Let me go ahead and roll his, and let's see what he gets compared to your 27.
Thank you.
Okay, so you don't believe that he is actually translating what you're saying, and both of you roll psychology against his deception here.
65.
Oh, me?
No, you
Oh.
two.
19.
I kid you not, he rolled a 99. So
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome.
he's lying.
For once, I win.
He is clearly lying.
Okay.
He is
Okay.
not telling you what she actually said.
So because I had a 25 in other language,
You said I can understand some French.
You get kind of the gist that she's like, this guy's saying, or she's saying, they are saying that
She was
this
talking
person
about
had the
monsters
face of a
and
monster.
faces, and he said
the guy
"No
said, I don't serve
tacos."
tacos.
That's some words will translate.
That's
Right.
what you're worried about? Is that they don't serve tacos? That's what you're freaking out over?
So when she says that, he turns to you and says, she's wondering why you wanted tacos so badly.
I was hungry.
She was hungry.
But
Why
do
did you know
I believe that he's like that he's translating her correctly as well? Because he's obviously going between us.
You are certain that he is lying to everyone. He is covering something up.
About tacos?
But
He's a
I have an
translator that you pulled
inclination of
over.
what he's hiding because of my work with the digging in the archaeology site.
Do you mention you're digging at the archaeology site?
Not unless someone asks, no.
Okay.
But it probably is apparent by my clothing. I wear clothing that is very
So
suited
you look
to
like
my
somebody that
work.
would work in an archaeological dig site. So he wouldn't say Dora the Explorer because that's not around yet. He'd probably say
Indiana Jones.
Rescue Ranger Indiana Jones here was hungry and wanted some tacos, and this guy doesn't serve tacos. He serves some kind of kebab. All right, so the captain is lying, and
Do you want to
everyone
come
recognizes
with me?
it.
Do you want to come with me to go find you some tacos? We can go find. I'll buy some lunch if you want to come with me and buy some
What do I
tacos.
hear?
He says, he looks at you and goes, she's willing to go buy you food truck or buy you tacos from another food truck.
Okay, my stomach growls right then. But all of a sudden, I have a lapse in my memory. Hold on. Wait, where am I? This is gonna be the indication for my lapse of memory is gonna have.
All right, so in that moment, you have a flashback
Okay.
of your dream.
That's great. That's just beautiful.
And you start screaming in Latin about how the cockroaches are going to eat everyone.
No one speaks Latin here.
And when that happens, the Marine is going to attempt to knock you out.
What?
Crap.
So he's throwing a punch at you. Are you dodging or are
Oh
you?
yeah, I'm absolutely dodging if I see it.
Okay.
Throwing a punch
Roll your
is
dodge.
wild.
Oh no. 84.
3.
Yeah, I'm not dodging that.
So he's like, bam, and you're. Let's
Is that a bug in my shirt?
What?
I'm looking away deliberately.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looking
I
away
thought-
deliberately.
okay.
So what I need you to do, you're gonna make a save against being knocked unconscious. So you're gonna roll. What is Constitution in here? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember all of these still.
There is Constitution.
Would it be
It's
power?
in the larger characteristics.
That's
there's
correct.
Con.
So roll your Constitution and see if you stay on your feet.
One of those desert spiders, man. You don't want to get bit by one of those.
I start taking
51
notes.
to my 50.
You are dazed, and you fall backward and hit the ground.
Those are spiders, man.
I'm just
I
recording.
reckon.
When you hit the ground, all of a sudden, like as you're falling, you feel like you're falling into a pool, right? And when you hit that pool, suddenly you feel yourself in like a cocoon, and you're watching down this long tunnel, and you see yourself.
I am immediately terrified. I am terrified of my own
Make
reflection.
a sanity check.
28.
To my 80.
Okay, so you don't go nuts, but you sit up immediately and your eyes roll back in your head and you turn straight to the captain that just knocked you out. And does anyone else here speak Latin?
I do not.
I've got my 25 in another language. I don't know if you want me to.
In Latin, you look at this captain and you say something to him that makes no sense to you at all, whatsoever. And the captain immediately calls for an MP. It's like, put her in the brig.
All right.
I got dark.
I'm gonna bolt.
Okay.
I'm up on my feet again. I'm bolting.
You're still staring down this pipeline, so if you want to try to get up and wrestle control from whatever is happening to you,
Wait, so
I'm
I'm
going to
still in
need
the
you
vision?
to roll willpower.
Oh, all right. I'll
So-
do it.
You're cocooned in the ether.
And this is a very hard check.
What is willpower?
31.
31 to... What would willpower be?
It's one of your stats.
Oh, power. To my 80.
All right, I rolled 12. So you're fighting, and what I'll give you is you rolled well enough. Something is holding you somewhere else. Maybe somewhen else. And you see whoever is holding you has total control over your body as you stand up. And they go to grab you, and the scene that you see unfold. What spells do you know?
I didn't know how to do the spells, to be completely honest.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. You ready for this? This is gonna be crazy. Do 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 do.
I don't even know if there's a spot for spells. Oh, arcane intelligence spells, yeah. I wasn't sure how to do that.
I got you. Hold on.
I like this.
Well, I'm trying to find a specific spell, so give me a moment.
No worries.
Everybody dance.
Already beat you to it. Jared, I didn't know you could dance like that.
Like Jerred.
He's got those moves.
Got the moves like Jerred.
Oh no, he's
Oh no, Jerred!
You knocked
Jerred,
off
you
the
can't
Goblin
just be
King's
throwing
crown.
Things.
What
It's
are you
okay.
doing?
Calm down. Now you're throwing things. That's
I
really
think
not
you're the one who
okay.
needs to calm down.
What did I do?
You knocked off his crown. Put it back.
I didn't do it. Jared was dancing.
Put it back.
Well, help him out and put it back on.
Okay, well,
You know
I'm
he's not
gonna
feeling well.
I'm not doing everything for you. You're being really rude. You could at least say please. You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're having a lot of issues today. This might be the end of RPGallery.
I just wanted to squeak it again.
You had my full attention.
Okay. You stand up and you see your hand raised.
Wait, what? Your hand raise?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I'm shedding. It's almost summertime, guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Let me be in denial. It was like 60 degrees for like 8 hours.
you speak Latin to him, and I need you to make your willpower roll against him.
We had another cold front.
Oh no,
I don't
that
believe it.
it rolled
Winter
as I
advisory
moved
tonight.
it.
I'll roll it again.
Maybe.
I'm gonna leave this over here so I can see it. 83
Ooh.
to my 80.
Oh.
Well, this is an opposed roll.
Okay.
and He rolled an 85.
Oh!
You see your body, whoever's controlling it raises your hand towards the captain,
Oh, we're done for.
and in Latin says, I am no threat to you. You will let me go. And the captain lowers his sidearm that he's pulled, and in English to everyone says, they're free to go.
Does that mean we're getting tacos?
Ooh, so what is the spell that I know?
Dominate. You lose 1 sanity point.
Okay.
Ooh.
We all do?
I
No,
do.
she does.
Starting with 80, current is 70.
Dominate costs 1 magic point, 1 sanity point, and is instantaneous.
It costs what and what?
1 magic point and 1 sanity point. It can affect only 1 individual at a time, has a maximum range of 10 yards. The command or commands must be intelligible to the target, and the spell may be broken off if a command contradicts the target's basic nature, like telling a human to fly. It can be cast and recast as many times as you find possible, allowing a target to be controlled without interruption for several minutes. So you cast it, and he ordered them to let you go. And then you see your body do it again, and it says, you will buy my lunch. And the captain pulls out his wallet.
Oh, no. I got it. I
Hands it to
promise.
you.
I got it.
I take his wallet.
I'm not.
And everybody's
No, it's okay.
standing there
I'll
looking
pay.
like,
I insist.
sir. And he's like, it's fine, she's free to go.
I insist I'll pay. I
Okay,
promise.
so
And
that's another
suddenly-
magic point.
You are back in your body again, standing there. And he's looking you in the face and says, you're free to go.
For research purposes, let our
I
kid.
walk off
All right, she's
with
walking
his
away.
wallet.
She's walking off with the captain's wallet.
Dang.
You have the wallet of Captain Thompson. It has his wife and kids' photograph in it.
Oh.
It's got about $150. It has his star card that he gets his paycheck on from the military.
Dang.
We going shopping!
This is so I now have an extra $150.
You got a bit more than that, but okay.
Would this be under cash or
You know that if you try to spend from his star card, you'll get caught with it.
right? I plan on dropping his wallet.
But the
somewhere.
cash, there's 150 cash US dollars, which is a lot here.
Okay. Awesome.
Has his driver's license, his military ID.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk off, and as I pass, what was your name?
Has a
again?
recipe for how to cook brownies out of
Bartholomew.
MREs inside the hood of a Jeep.
Yeah, as I
That's
pass
cool.
Bartholomew, I take the cash out of the wallet and hand him the wallet.
Okay, so
Do
this
I see
guy
you take the cash out? Or are you trying
takes
to
the
be
cash
subtle
out
about
of
that?
Captain Thompson's
I'm not
wallet
being
and
subtle
hands it
because
to
he
you.
told me that
Hand it to me?
He would pay for and
Them, I think.
Wait,
then he
Barthol. Oh,
handed
to
it-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I pointed at the
So
wrong
you
person,
take the
but-
cash out of the wallet and you hand it to Bartholomew. What's your
Here's-
rank? You're a corpsman.
Someone dropped this.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Fine. It's like, so yeah, you hand Captain Thompson's wallet to Bartholomew.
And in French, I say, I think someone needs these things back.
In French, you say it?
Yes, because I still don't know English.
You think she's saying give this back.
And then I just walk off.
Do you take the wallet?
Yeah, I take it.
Okay. You have
Yeah, I
Captain
take
Thompson's
it.
wallet.
Yep.
And he's walking away kind of dazed, muttering.
He's not asking me for it back straight away. I'm gonna check some things.
Okay. What do you guys do? The three of you are now standing there. Everyone is cleared. Captain Thompson.
You want to come
I'm
with
stepping
us?
in the morgue real quick for privacy, and I'm going through the wallet because I'm curious about this guy. He's been fishy and weird.
So he has a little card in there that basically tells you the correct way to behave in different situations to meet the policy, the current policy. There's a card in his wallet that has a few basic phrases in Farsi. But there are 3 letters folded up in his wallet to different people. One is in English, one is in French, one is in Farsi.
Okay.
All 3 of these letters, they're very small, essentially mention a dig site in the center of Kuwait. And it's just like stuff that's been written down. There's apparently spies, like U.S. spies here, and a French spy. It's like, and they're writing these things, and we found another one in the dig site. And this one looked like this. It's like explanations, but it doesn't tell you what it is. But he's describing these stones that have inscriptions all over them.
Okay, okay.
I'm
And,
walking away.
I thought we were getting tacos.
Do you say that to me?
Yeah, I had offered to get you tacos.
And
Several times.
it actually says in the note, keep this one on you. It'll keep you safe from the bugs.
And it doesn't say what this one is?
No.
Okay. So I think it's vaguely easy to be like, you know, come eat.
I recognize the gestures. I will gladly come with you and keep my money so you can pay for me.
My compulsory kindness is gonna kick in. You too. Come on. I'll pay. Come on. Are you
You have a
hungry?
city journalist asking to buy you lunch.
You must be hungry. Come on. Come eat with us. I'll pay. I got you.
Emery's are
Alright. Alright.
Joy. New friends.
So your shift is over.
Okay.
You have leave for the rest of the afternoon to do whatever, but in the evening you have to report back for duty.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. Let's go get tacos.
So you join this journalist and this weirdo to go find another taco truck.
Do we find that taco truck?
There are no other taco trucks in Kuwait.
Is there any food?
There are not actually taco trucks in Kuwait. They just say they're taco trucks.
I will tell you I want 2 tacos, but stay back from the taco truck because I'm no longer allowed near the taco
What
truck.
you find is a kebab truck.
Do you want a kebab?
You can have 2 kebabs, I guess.
Kebabs and shawarma, that's it.
Okay. I
I
go.
think she'd actually prefer the shawarma.
Food's food, I reckon.
All right. I go up to the truck. Hi. How are you? Are you doing okay? I hope you're doing okay. How's your family?
As
What does he
you-
speak?
When you walk up to the taco truck, make a sanity check.
And then sanity. I just have to get below what's on my page.
There's something in these tacos, man.
13 on the die and 50 on the thing. So I think I pass.
You start talking like nonchalant, like going to order your food, and you turn and you look, and the cook in the taco truck is hanging from the ceiling by a belt around his neck.
Great. You don't look like you're doing okay. Do you want help down?
There is writing all over the walls of the taco truck.
In what language?
It looks like someone has taken seasoned meat and scrawled on the wall. Uncooked seasoned meat.
They are the only ones that see it?
You're standing there. You do not recognize this language.
Okay.
You do not recognize this language. You don't recognize, or you can't read the language. You recognize the scrawl.
It's the same as the
It's
artifact.
on the tablets. And on your gun.
And the tongue that I found.
Silver tongue.
Yep.
All right.
Hopefully that silver tongue is a
Can I
translator.
take out my journal and write down all of the glyphs that I'm seeing? Because I want
There's
to
a
compare
person
them.
standing there with a camera.
I'm still gonna write it in my journal, and then ask them, "Hey, do you mind taking some pictures of this? I want to see if it shows up on camera." Like I am I don't tell you this, but like I'm super into the occult, so I want to see if it like actually appears on
You
camera.
were looking at a grisly scene where a person is deceased, and it seems that they just went crazy, and you're not exactly sure what's going on.
What does the ground beneath me look like? Is it what?
It's just
material
like the dusty roads of Kuwait.
Okay. Is there footsteps or footprints outside of the?
I mean, it's a road. It's just covered in lots of dust and sand.
So there's
in the
no
desert.
chance of like footprints or anything.
Not on the road. No.
Okay. Not by the door or anything like that to the food truck, the entrance. See if someone else did it or if he did it himself.
So all of a sudden, I want you to give me a sanity check.
Is that a no?
Actually, this is going to be opposed. Hold on.
Okay.
What you got?
39.
Okay. You start to feel yourself like falling back through a tunnel again just for a moment as you feel another set of eyes looking through your eyes. And you hear one word. Bomb.
Bomb? Hold on, please. I'm writing this down.
That means one thing. Get away.
Yeah, I'm going to yell at, well, not yell, but tell both of you, get back if you value your lives. It's up to you if you can.
You yell
I
that in
don't-
French,
I don't understand, but I'm pretty sure I'd get the
so
message.
you start running.
Oh, yeah.
You start running?
I'm running. If I see one person running, I'm running.
What do my instincts say? Because she's crazy. So far, I don't know to trust her.
She's like, what the? And this one just starts yelling, bomb, and runs. What do you do?
All right, yeah.
Okay, then I will let you all dodge this.
Roll? Or you just auto dodge? Or.
Yeah, you're gonna roll against me dodging.
Ah!
Do I add what's on my paper?
45. You have 58.
You take
Oh.
no, your roll against mine.
Okay, 19.
I don't think I succeed.
What'd you
I
get?
got a 58 compared to my 32.
No, it's an opposed roll.
Oh, okay, so 58.
I'm attacking you with a bomb.
Right, okay.
So you're dodging. So you have to beat my roll. That's it.
Okay.
45.
19.
Okay, I rolled really high. I was an 86. So you're diving for cover as the food truck explodes.
Fire! Kebabs!
You will each take
That's not very friendly.
3 points of damage as you are hit by small pieces of
That's
shrapnel
a lot.
and fire. Your clothes are burned. Not burned off, but like scorched.
Okay.
Well, at least take me out for kebabs first.
You look around, and all of the civilians that were nearby are pink mist.
Or what?
Ooh.
There's blood everywhere.
Okay. Oh, it was 11, and then it goes down by 3, so that's 8.
Or pink mist.
Pink mist, yeah, they blew up. There's nothing left of them. You happen to get away just in time.
Y'all believe me now?
You saw the grisly scene inside.
Did they see it? Because I can relay that information.
Nope.
You were
the
placing
one
the
that saw
order
it.
for us.
You were placing the order. You saw it.
I want to tell them.
So what you saw was a guy hanging there, and the scrawl all over the walls written in seasoned blood from seasoned meat. And what did you take a picture like she was asking?
No, I didn't understand what you were asking me to do. You speak French. You wrote it down, but
Yeah, I did write the
Yeah.
glyphs in my journal.
and I
So-
was too preoccupied with food to be writing, to have my journal and stuff out before it exploded.
Excuse me.
French word would have been photo.
Photo?
Fat and photo.
Would I have understood that then?
I think photo is pretty easy to understand.
Okay, so yeah, I took a picture, but it didn't have a lot of time since I had to dig through and grab that. And by that
So it
time,
might
it
be
was already
blurry.
yeah. So maybe a decent halfway one picture of like the hieroglyphics and stuff.
It's not an instant camera. You'd have to develop it later tonight. but
But I got it.
I'll say you snapped 2 pictures
Okay.
before the explosion.
So can I relay what I saw, like eyewitness to them?
What are your character's pronouns?
He, him.
Got it. Thank you. To him.
So you you're familiar with these kind of tactics, right? You've seen people do some weird stuff. It doesn't really make sense to you because this isn't how a conventional military behaves. And you know that the Iraqi military is a conventional military. And the Kuwaitis have no problem with you.
Yeah.
But these weird things keep happening.
There's some third faction. I'm assuming it's probably terrorists.
There is very clearly a third faction. You don't know what they want. And to you, you're like, bro, they blew up a food truck. What is the deal? And so you're kind of probably ticked off thinking that there's like some sort of Iraqi spies here in Kuwait that are that stayed behind and are trying to undermine everything. So what do you guys do?
I mean, what would I do? Is there like...
Started playing first aid to myself.
Would I
Well, probably them first.
have to make a report?
I assume I'd have to file a report.
I mean, this thing just blew up.
Yeah.
People are scrambling.
Can I look for whoever looks the most injured and start applying first aid to them? I know it won't do much, but I
Same.
want to try.
I'm gonna say like your ears are ringing. There's smoke everywhere. There's some people walking around dazed,
Protocol,
like
that's
missing
the
an
word.
arm. Like walking around like a guy's like muttering in Farsi, "Where is my arm? Where is my arm?" before he collapses.
Okay. So
Can I go to him and try to administer like a tourniquet around his arm?
What do you have for a tourniquet?
Probably the cloth on my clothes.
Then let's go ahead and roll first aid.
Can I start doing the same? No, I got
As
92.
93 actually.
as you walk up, I'm gonna do opposed willpower again.
Oh my gosh. 92.
5. You feel yourself pulled back into this tunnel again, and you hear one word. Infected. And suddenly on the inside, you feel like you should let him die.
Okay, I'll follow my instincts.
So you see her start to go apply a tourniquet, and then she just stops and steps back and just watches the guy as he's bleeding out and going,
Does it look like battle shocked or like shocked?
well, he has
to me?
no arm. It just got blown off.
Yeah. Does
But,
it look
like-
like she's shocked? Is that like
Roll
how
psychology.
I would justify her?
I want
Okay.
to be like apologizing in French. Just saying, I'm so sorry,
Désolé.
I'm so sorry over and over again.
Désolé.
Désolé.
I don't
My-
speak French.
My compulsory kindness would probably make me charge forward to try and
19.
help as many people as possible.
Your compulsory kindness, I'm going to have you roll a sanity check. 19? Okay,
31.
there's intention. She's intentionally not helping this person. Like, she was about to, and then she stopped and gave this look, like she'd seen a ghost.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to ask earlier is like, what would be a protocol that I would follow? I assume there's a protocol.
You
for-
would have your medical bag on you.
Okay, so
you would probably
I
want
would
to
wanna
tackle the
start-
guy and apply a tourniquet
Okay.
immediately.
I'm gonna yell,
Okay.
stop, 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 and try to like do English words for this one because I recognize they speak English. Would I know the word stop
Probably you know the word no,
or
I'd imagine.
halt?
Ahet.
Yeah, you're probably yelling, arret, arret. So you're like, arrest? What? Arrest? Arret, arret. And you like,
Wait,
arrest him? Why would I?
arrest?
He's missing an arm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not racist. He needs help.
I got a 31. I passed my sanity check.
Has nothing to do with the race.
Like I know.
What is your sanity?
50.
Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
jaded.
You
I
don't
can
lose it.
assume the worst in people.
Fair, fair.
And I'm applying first aid to whoever I can.
All right, so
I'm like running around frantically trying to get you guys to stop.
Are you wanting to let all of these people die or just that one person?
This guy that she went to put a tourniquet on and then stopped.
Just him.
And then the corpsman's coming up and is about to put a tourniquet on. And you like see this unfolding, not like your ears, all of your ears are ringing. Everything feels kind of like you're in a fishbowl. You're looking like, is this person also in shock? This guy standing here without an arm? There's smoke, there's blood everywhere. The whole thing blew up, there's shrapnel, there's people screaming. And you look over and you see the corpsman about to go put on a tourniquet. And you see some weird kind of thing as the body of this man's eyes roll back in his head and he collapses from the blood loss. He lands at your feet right as you're running up. And what looks kind of like a cockroach about this big comes crawling out of his head and leaps toward you.
Like crawling out, like out of his ear, like out of his skull
Out of his
splitting.
head, like it was a ghost.
Like
Okay.
Climbing right out of him.
I didn't know
It
if it was,
turns
like,
and it looks,
splitting or-
and it leaps at you. So we are actually going to roll for initiative, if you will, right?
We roll.
How's
for
that
initiative?
I'm saying that like combat
Do
is
the
starting.
equivalent.
Got it. Okay, gotcha.
Am I roll?
Hold on, I need to know who has the highest dex.
50.
32.
65.
Oh wait.
So this
for
creature
actually,
goes first.
65.
Huh?
It's got a dex of 80.
Oh God.
The thing seems kind of dazed as it jumps at you.
Okay.
Are you dodging?
Yeah.
Or are you fighting back?
Ooh.
I mean, I feel it.
I feel like I've been training my instincts deliberately to draw my pistol. It's like it's
Okay, that makes sense.
my
So you're gonna do
grandma's
fight
pistol.
back?
I've been hanging on to it. Yeah.
Okay. So it has this weird tentacle thing that looks like a little whip.
That's not a roach.
So it leaps at you and it like whips at you with it.
Okay.
And I will let you shoot back as it is attempting to hit you.
Okay.
It's alright. That's an 18.
Wow. Okay. You beat his 25. So he leaps at you and roll your damage.
Oh. Okay, I wrote that down. No, I didn't. Jeez.
I only have the brawl weapon.
I might.
I don't have any others, right? I meant
Not
to
right
ask
now.
you about starting equipment.
You would just be a brawler.
Okay, just making sure.
Journalists don't carry weapons.
Just making sure.
Okay, hang on. I saved the cards from last time. Okay, it says special, impales on an extreme success, hitting a vital area, damage 12 plus 1d10 plus 2.
I would say go ahead and roll the 1d12 plus 2. You're shooting him with
1d10.
your grandpa's pistol that you're using in place of your service pistol.
Yeah, but it's 12 plus the 1d10, which is 4,
Okay.
plus 2.
Okay,
18.
18 damage. All right.
That's really nice.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
I can tell.
Well, it misses you.
Bartholomew lives another day.
He lives another day.
Or hour. We'll see how this game plays out.
I have your name in my notes as either Bart or Barth because I don't know how to spell Bartholomew.
I remember with Hull.
Your bullets, like right as it's about to hit you, your bullets pass right through its body, like they didn't hit anything, but it kind of tumbled backwards still, as if it was between this dimension and another one. Like,
Not sure what
like
to
it
do
had
with that.
1 foot in this dimension, and
Okay.
the rest of it not. And so that piece of its essence, that tiny little bit of itself that's in this physical dimension with you is what you hit.
Yep.
And you see weird, like, greenish yellow blood splatter, but it just kind of disappears
nice.
in the sky.
Sorry.
Like it's
You have something in your eye.
right? And
finger.
and it tumbles across the ground and it turns and it looks like it's ready to pounce again.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Who had the next high stacks?
65.
65.
Who's going first?
Roll for it.
I was looking at my half at 32.
You are the
actually
closest.
65. Okay.
You wanna roll for it?
I remember my dreams vividly, right?
Mhm.
So I would know that these things can't
This-
be killed.
This is one of the creatures from your dream.
Right. So it can only be killed.
You know that the electric gun will kill it if it's inside someone's head. But outside of someone's head, they're darn near indestructible.
I'm going to relay that information as best as I
How
can.
much? I guess it doesn't matter.
And then I'm going to run.
I'll take one
Go
for the
get
team,
my
guys.
Lightning gun, or at least head as close to it as I can.
I thought you didn't have your lightning gun with you.
That it's in the hotel. That's where I'm headed. I'm running to go get it.
By the time you run to that hotel, this thing will have escaped.
Okay, so then change plans. I'm going to just relay the information and then back up.
So, you will hear the voice in your head. It like echoes. It starts off as like a real faint echo, and it's speaking Latin or something similar to Latin.
It's now a good time to tell you I write fluent Enderman.
And
I do.
you hear like a bunch of different languages saying the same thing, as if it's cycling through languages, and it gets to French. First it says it in Latin, and then it says it in French. It's saying die 100 different ways. You hear your own voice in your head. You feel like you need to tell it to die.
Right. Okay. I'm going to use my dominate spell after having that
Roll
feeling.
real quick. I want you to roll for this.
Okay.
You're trying to discover the intention of what's being said to you.
Yes.
So, what do you think would be the best? What thing would you like to use? I'll let you use occult or psychology or mythos. What do you want to use to try to figure out what's going on here?
I think I'm going to try to use occult.
Okay.
22.
Something is telling you to cast a spell to kill this thing.
Do I
It
know?
wants you to point at it and tell it to die.
So I do that.
Doing Nesta.
Okay.
Die.
I need you.
Jerry.
Well, I'm pointing in between.
He's already not feeling
Yeah,
well.
you point
fine.
at the cockroach
Die.
and you tell it
tell
to
that to the
die.
audience.
So opposed roll here.
Roll again. Again.
Oh, great. Thank you. 12.
Okay. As you point at it and you say just in French like die. I need you to first roll 3d10.
Plus 19.
Okay. You lose 19 sanity points and 24 magic points as the skin
you
of this
have that much?
cockroach.
I don't even have 24 magic points.
Then you lose all of your magic points. You are completely drained, and I'm going to need you to roll sanity to see if you remain sane and conscious.
Hold on. How much sanity did I lose?
3d10, whatever you rolled.
It was 19.
19.
Okay.
You lose 19 sanity
79.
as the skin of this cockroach begins to boil and burn, and it erupts.
And then you said I need to roll sanity.
And I saw this.
Yes. All of you need to roll a sanity check.
Ew.
As you see the cockroach explode, it just bursts.
I fail.
And
That's
its
13.
guts splatter everywhere
26.
as it's pulled into the material realm.
Ew.
You don't go insane.
30.
I fail.
What'd you get?
87.
Okay.
78.
So something's gonna happen to you. Give me a moment. What'd you roll?
30.
You're okay. This is a little much for you. And give me a moment, I have to turn
After
to
all,
the
I'm just a
psychosis.
journalist.
So you actually now know the spell, Death Spell.
That's really useful.
But
I mean, if it
because you
doesn't
don't
knock you
have that
out.
much magic,
Right.
it will deplete your magic completely when you use it, and might make you pass out, and might make you go insane. And you recognize this is dangerous,
Okay.
even to me.
Okay.
But it was like I'm about to die. Something's telling me to tell it to die, and you're like, die! And it dies.
Okay. Well, I can do that, but at a cost. So.
Yes. So that one just popped. And
Ew.
give me 1 second. I'm looking for the. There's the list for the when you go insane. There it is. Sanity loss. So you take on temporary insanity.
Okay.
Not you, her.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm gonna need you to roll a D100.
46.
Death spell?
You're standing in the middle of this fog from the explosion, and you are now afraid of fog.
Afraid of fog?
Homiclophobia. H-O-M-I-C-H.
H-O-M-I-C-H.
C-H-L-O-P-H-O-B-I-A.
P-H-O-B-I-A. Like fear of fog or fear of like not being able to see through the fog?
It's like-
just a fear of
Not
fog?
necessarily even a mist, like any kind of fog, smoke, like not being able to see through the air in front of you.
Gotcha. Thank you. Each fear has like a deeper meaning. I watched Divergent. I'm here.
Okay. And
Can I quote movies and stuff? I don't care.
yeah. So you gain the fear of fog from all the smoke everywhere and what you've just seen. What did you roll on your sanity check?
30 something, 34.
Okay, you're
It was
good.
low.
Yeah. I had it set at 40. So. You're good. So you tell the thing to die and it pops. Now I need you to make your constitution check to see if you pass out from casting this spell.
29.
You pass out.
Okay.
When you wake, you are in a medical bay with this corpsman sitting near you talking to the journalist, and you don't remember anything that just happened. You wake up because like you just had this dream. You remember the dream, but no, that was a dream. That didn't happen.
So I technically remember everything, but I believe it's a dream.
You remember the explosion. You remember telling something to die and it popping, and everything else feels like a dream to you. You don't remember, like it seems surreal. You're kind of losing touch with reality.
I actually have that written in my backstory, so thank you.
All right, what do you guys do?
I am
The corpsman took-
vigorously writing notes on everything that happened.
The corpsman took the occultist back to a medical tent, and you tagged along. And what are you guys discussing?
I just can't believe that happened.
That ain't no regular desert bug, I reckon.
I'm just
I
writing
come
down
to
everything.
hearing that and say.
You understand them because they don't speak French.
There was so
I stopped myself.
Yeah,
so much blood.
So would I be rolling language other?
Sure.
20 to my 28.
They seem to be in disbelief of what just happened.
I'm in a bit of shock.
Okay. Do I understand what they said though? Or like,
You get the gist that something terrible just happened. And that you pointed at this thing.
do I hear them say the word creature?
Monster.
Or monster.
We've been over monster, I think.
They keep saying bug. And let's see if you know the word bug. Roll other
So I
language.
know that we've been over the word monster or
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
That's gonna be a no. That's a 94.
You have no idea what the word bug means.
Okay. I'm going to say.
You
But-
think they're saying bomb, but they're saying bug.
Have I developed my pictures yet?
You want to take the time to develop your pictures? The night is falling now.
I
The
would.
Darkness
I
is
would
falling.
like to do that.
Okay, so you take the time to develop your pictures and roll photography skill.
I'm gonna just mutter. I know those creatures. I've seen those
46.
creatures.
You develop your
To
pictures,
my
and
25.
your pictures do not look like the scene you saw. When you look at your picture, there was a man in the picture standing at the food counter assembling a bomb. There was no man hanging from the
bomb?
ceiling. There was no writing on the walls. The man was literally standing there assembling a bomb. And in the first picture, he's looking down at it. In the second picture, he's looking up at you like,
Okay. I want to show that picture to them and just go like, obviously I know that they don't speak English.
you look at the pictures, and it's not what you saw inside the food truck. It's a man crafting a bomb. He's not hanging there. There's no writing on the walls. In the first image, he is looking at the bomb, and in the second, he's alarmed, looking like he just got caught.
Can I roll occult to see if I have any kind of inclination as to what's going on
Sure.
with this?
I mean, you're in the med bay. I feel like that's pretty
38 to
Fair.
my 34.
a man with a bomb.
What I'm menting to you is
I
like,
would say that you recognize that there are some sort of other forces at work here. You don't understand what.
Okay, so I'm going to say, I know those creatures, I've seen them before. There's something else at work here. But all of this is in French, so.
what I'm explaining to you is like French, Spanish, English, they're all romantic languages. Some words will be understandable in other languages,
Ironically,
synonyms, I
Latin as
reckon.
well.
Yes.
They're based in Latin.
So, bomb, explosion. I'm seeing if you understand.
Boom.
Okay, do I need to roll language again?
Sure. Do it again.
Just like,
Help me, help me.
I'm trying to bridge the gap, right?
we play charades. We play
96.
charades.
You don't understand what is your character's name again?
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. You don't understand what Bartholomew's saying.
I just
I'm
shake
called
my
Paul.
head, looking dazed.
Do you understand
still.
what I'm trying to do?
I recognize this
Okay.
gesture.
I was just making sure we're on the same
Like,
page.
I would know that this is.
Are you sure? Because it
explosion.
could mean everything.
I'm making the noise. And you can see the
Could be
bomb in the
gunshot.
picture.
I'm still gonna say that there's other forces at work here.
That's fair. I was just making sure that you knew what happened to you and why you're in a hospital.
Oh, I would be pretty confused too, huh?
Well, it's a field tent. You're not in a hospital.
You're in a med bay.
You're in a medical
covered by
tent.
medical supplies.
Okay, so I look around, realizing I'm not where I last was.
Like, you're on an IV and crap. Like, they're trying to treat you. They're not sure why you you passed out in the middle of all that. But like,
Sorry, there's only so much we can treat. You know, I reckon. I'm still assuming she's crazy.
Yeah. Fair assumption, honestly. I don't even know.
He scared me off now.
I'm probably going to try to rip out my IV.
okay, so you yank out your IV. You will take 1 hit point of damage.
No. Both of us are immediately. You understand the word no? I hope. No.
I'm calling out to the doc that.
You know how to say no in French?
And
No.
No.
Calling out to the.
I ignore you and start taking the robe off or whatever.
No, you're still in your clothes.
Okay, so I gather all
gave you
my.
an IV.
Okay, so then I gather all my things and I try to leave.
No, I'm holding her down. I'm calling out to the medic, like, "Hey, doc."
All right, you get up
We
and
need
rip
to
out
strap
your
this one
IV,
down.
and the corpsman starts yelling for help. MPs rush in to try to hold you down.
I just want to leave. I just want to go back to my hotel. I have work to do.
No.
All in French.
Pitiful creature.
All right, so you hear a voice in your head ask a question, and it says, "Translate," but you realize that it's asking you to sacrifice one of your stats to be able to speak English.
I'll
I get
sacrifice
to
one of mine. I'm
choose?
tired of this.
It is going to be either from your constitution or your willpower.
Oh my gosh.
How much would I be sacrificing?
I'm going
You
to
don't
roll
know.
it.
You don't
One-
know. You're dealing with
It's going to be based on what I roll.
Do your. I would say con.
But
Would be-
you realize that this intelligence that is speaking to you, you recognize something is speaking to you, and you don't know what it is.
Do I recognize the intentions behind this? Are they trying to help me, hurt me?
It senses your frustration, and it's offering to help you. But everything has a cost. It can't help you for free.
I will accept its help.
Do you want to take a hit to your constitution or your willpower?
What does Constitution do again?
your ability to withstand.
Withstand physical punishment.
Yeah.
I'll take it from my willpower. That's my highest stat that I have.
Okay. Are you sure? Because this cannot be undone.
I'm sure.
Okay. You will lose 11 willpower permanently.
Okay.
And now,
Could have been a lot worse.
you can understand English.
Perfectly, or
Can she speak it?
because I want to put this under language.
When you
other.
speak and when you listen, someone else is listening and speaking through you. It costs you some of your willpower.
Does it do that every time?
Every time you want to speak English, you feel like you're standing in a tunnel, but you can understand it.
Okay. But I'm not taking hits to my willpower every time.
No.
Okay, so it was just a one-time thing. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
You basically gave up a piece of your mind to him so he could speak through you.
Him.
I
You're
thought it was
letting
a her.
yourself be possessed.
I'm into all the occulty things. It fits with my character. They would hear this entity in their head and just be like,
You get
Yeah.
the idea that this voice is speaking simple commands because it's far more intelligent than you. And if it spoke to you normally, you'd die.
What a nice deity.
okay, well, I want to
Entity.
translate
Entity.
to English. I just want to go back to work.
So you sit up and you're like, I just want to go back to work in perfect English. In fact, you're like, I just want to go back to work. You sound like you're from Boston. Go park the car on the boulevard. You know, you sound like a Bostonian.
I'm trying to see if I can
Could you do
on-
that the whole time?
I'm trying to figure out how to do a Boston accent.
Yeah, I
Can you
feel
do it
like I'm
again?
being punked.
Go park the car on the boulevard. You know?
Go park the car on the boulevard.
Go park the car in the I don't know.
Let me hear your best, worst Bostonian for the rest of this campaign, and I might make good things happen. Even if it's terrible, I just want to hear it.
I don't know if
I don't know.
I don't know if I've been able to do this the whole time.
This sounds very
That's
Cockney.
very British.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
laughing
don't
at
think she
you.
can
I just think
accent.
it's
I know.
Period.
I can't do accents.
Oh, it's great.
It's great.
Beautiful. I really do think
I would
it's
just
great.
want to hear your interpretation of Bostonian. That's all. We're good.
I'm
All
not
right, so
laughing at
she's
you, I
speaking to
promise.
you in
I think it's so
English.
funny. I can't do accents either.
It just came out of nowhere.
I love it. Sorry.
This is really weird to y'all. Like, this person suddenly speaks English?
You just speak English? Well, that would have been helpful
Apparently
about
so.
a couple hours ago. But whatever.
Look,
What accent do I have now?
I accepted. I accepted some help. I can't do it.
Some-
Crap.
That's
You can
okay.
talk Normal, yeah.
I'm
you're-
trying.
Make up your own accent. You got it. Speak however you want.
I forgot what I was trying to say though.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to distract
No,
you.
it's okay. Just pretend I said something.
You can't take out that ID.
Okay, I need you to
gotta-
roll willpower. As this
You gotta lay
voice
back down.
attempts
You
to
need
speak
medical
through you.
attention. A bomb went off. You were in a fight. You gotta lay
77.
back down.
So as she's like, I don't know, she turns and looks and goes, I need my gun. And then, like, she doesn't know she said it. Like, her face just turned right at you and goes, I need my gun. In
Are
a
you from
really
Texas?
deep, strange voice. Like,
I need my gun.
You sound.
you don't even realize you said it.
You sound like my uncle.
No, I
need my gun.
can't. I need my gun.
Yeah, it's just like a booming, almost robotic, I need my gun.
You can have
I
it.
need my gun. And then
You're talking
I'm
about
good.
wanting to go back to work.
yeah. Okay, so I just want to go back to work and get my gun.
No, you gotta lay back down.
You don't
I
realize you
went-
asked for the
okay,
gun. You're just
okay.
like,
I just want to go back to work.
I need my gun.
Work.
That's all I'm here
What?
for.
What?
And in the middle of her sentence, again, she stops and goes, I need my gun. And just keeps talking, and you don't even realize you're saying, I need my gun in the middle of your sentences.
Are we getting her
Just
strapped
let me
yet?
go back to work, please.
I
That's
need
so
my gun.
British. Ugh.
You can't have your gun. You need to lay
So
down
like
and get medical
people,
treatment.
the MPs
What
come in,
gun?
and everybody like starts holding you down, and they're like,
gun.
"You want us a sedator?" What
Can
do
I try
what do
to-
you want to do?
Can I try to fight back and not like
There's,
punch
like, a
anybody,
lot
but
of
like
them, I think.
resist?
All right, you're gonna be wrestling with some Marines, 3 of them.
And I'm right here.
What
so
am
I'm
I?
needed.
What am I rolling?
This would be like athletics.
Can I attempt to like talk you down?
Athletics?
Your strength.
Okay.
You don't. Can I just like describe what's going on? Like you were
20.
severely hurt. You need to lay down. We'll get you medical treatment, and then you can go home. But you just need to. You need to make sure that you're okay.
You manage to get an arm free before one of them jabs you with a sedative.
Well, crap.
And
That'll
you
do
pass out, and every once in a while your eyes open, but your eyes are rolled back in your head, and you look right at someone, and you're like, your eyes like, I need my gun, and like lay back down.
I go to Canada and never come back.
This is really freaky. I didn't believe in anything till now, and then there were phantom roaches, and this thing's possessed.
Yeah, you saw this weird Frenchman
thing.
point at a ghost cockroach, tell it to die, and it blew up.
Yep, yep.
And then started speaking perfect English and screaming for a gun. That tracks.
So I'm unconscious. I can't do anything.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
I need a gun.
I need a gun.
And this is where we're going to end this week's episode. Thank you for watching. Please
gun.
take a moment and like and subscribe. And wish Jerred
Speedy recovery.
well, speedy recovery. He is out sick today, and our goblin has taken his place. And we are thankful that we have you watching. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm James,
I'm Hannah. Ash.
Jade.
and this has been RPGallery.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
See you next time.